Hare Krishna devotees, welcome all of you. So,
Hare Krishna, bro.
yeah, Hare Krishna, bro. So, we'll start the session. I think meanwhile others will join. So, I'm projecting the screen, bro. Yes. So, today our topic is regarding Gunavataras. So, let us start our session with prayers. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्री श्री राधा गोविंद की जय निताय
Jai,
गौरंग की
Jai,
लक्ष्मी नरसिम्हा स्वामी की
Jai,
विश्वगुरु शिल प्रभुपाद की
Jai,
निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी.
Hari Hari Bol.
So, we will start our session. Meanwhile, others will join.
Okay, bro.
So, today our session is regarding Gunavataras. So, Gunavatara means the incarnation of three modes of material nature of Supreme Lord. So, the incarnations which have occurred to perform some activity which is specific to material world. So, those are actually Gunavataras. So, from childhood, so we heard Lord Brahma is the creator, Lord Vishnu is the maintainer, and Lord Shiva is the annihilator. So Lord Shiva is the destroyer actually. So these are the things we came to know. We heard since childhood. So let us go little deep into the Shastras today, and let's try to understand uh, the various levels of things. So involved in this material world, the management of a material universe, and the incarnations of the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. Okay. So we'll move forward. So what is Gunavatara? What is the exact definition of Gunavatara? We'll come to know. So Gunavatara means incarnation of material qualities, and so material qualities means there are three modes: Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, and Tamoguna. It means Sattva-guna means it is mode of goodness, Rajoguna means it is mode of what is Rajoguna? Mode of passion.
What about
And
passion?
yes,
Ignorance.
and
Next one
Tamoguna.
is yes.
Tamoguna means it is mode of ignorance. So these are three qualities. So there is a specific incarnation. So for each of these thing from the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. Okay. So because material world runs with these three modes only. So one or more combination of these three modes. And by different combinations of these three modes, there are 84 lakh species or 8.4 million species. So there are insects, there are microorganisms, and there are birds, there are bees, there are animals, and then there are human beings, and on top of human beings, there are demigods, and on top of demigods, there is Lord Brahma. Okay. So who is the master of the universe? So Lord Brahma is the master of the universe. Okay. So then, so as we discussed, so there are three qualities in material world: goodness, passion, and ignorance. So in case if we see the picture, So these three modes are actually controlling all the worldly activities. So previously we discussed one sloka. Ishvara sarvabhutanam hriddeshe arjuna tishtati brahmayan sarvabhutani yantrarudani mayaya. So the material world, the material nature or the bhautika prakriti, it acts like a machine, yantrarudani mayaya. And that is how we are stuck up in this, we can say, simulation kind of thing. So each quality is controlled by the Supreme Lord Himself by its expansion of different incarnation. So Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Tina Gunavatara means three Gunavataras. So these three are three Gunavataras of Lord Sri Krishna. And first, so we learn regarding Lord Brahma. Okay. So according to our Vedic literature, Brahma is creator of universe and considered to be highest creature within this universe. But he is not God, but he is also not God because Lord Brahma is also Jiva Tattva. So Lord Brahma is not Vishnu Tattva. In case if we are having sufficient advancement, even we will also be given the position of Lord Brahma. Of course, we are not qualified to that extent, but more or less. So Lord Brahma is Jiva Tattva. So in Bhagavatam it is stated, Tene Brahma Hurda Adikavaye Muhyanti Yat Surayaha. Means God instructed Lord Brahma to create. So there is someone on top of Lord Brahma who gave Lord Brahma all the Vedic wisdom he required, and so all the energy he required. Okay. So Brahma is one of these living entities, also one of the living entity, but he is especially empowered by Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. And even though Lord Brahma is considered as creator of this universe, actually Supreme Personality of Godhead is its ultimate creator. So how is it that will come to know in the upcoming slides. So Lord Brahma is not energetic, but is one of the manifestations of Lord's marginal energy. So Lord is having three different category of energies. One is internal energy, other one is external energy, and the other one is marginal energy. Okay. So all the living entities are marginal energy of Supreme Lord. So Lord Brahma is also one of the manifestation of Lord's marginal energy. So Lord Brahma is also an instrument. All the universes, all the planetary systems, they are created by Lord Vishnu himself. So Lord Brahma was given the task of filling up the living entities in all these planets. And moreover, the residents of Brahmaloka, which is the highest material planet, so which is the almost perfect world. The residents of Brahmaloka, so they are so powerful, they can even create planets. So the near to perfection living entities, they stay in the planets of Brahmaloka and Tapoloka. Okay, so in one sense, they are above devatas. Okay, so Brahma is the original spiritual master for the universe, and since he was initiated by Lord himself, the message of Srimad Bhagavatam is coming down by disciplic succession. And in order to receive the real message of Srimad Bhagavatam, one should approach the current link or spiritual master in the chain of disciplic succession. So, we have four Vaishnava Sampradayas, four bona fide Vaishnava Sampradayas. One is Brahma Sampradaya, the next one is Sri Sampradaya, next one is Rudra Sampradaya, and the other one is Kumara Sampradaya. So we have four Sampradayas, and out of these four, we belong to Brahma Sampradaya, and Madhvacharya is the 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 beginning is in the beginning of our parampara. Okay, so our spiritual masters start from Madhvacharya, and the 32nd Acharya is A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. And if you see, this line is very significant. One should approach the current link or spiritual master in the chain of disciplic succession. So basically, we know what and all issues are going on as of now between the two ISKCONs, ISKCON Mumbai and ISKCON Bangalore. So uh, the thing is that the thing is that in order to receive the real message of Srimad Bhagavatam, one should approach the current link. And if you go little top, the message of Srimad Bhagavatam is coming down by disciplic succession. So it is just not the case with the persons. It is just not the case with only with gurus. It is also the message which is coming down. The interpretation, the message, the meaning, which is coming from Lord Brahma, that should be carried as it is, to the future generations. So that is called disciplic succession. So the disciplic succession is not broken when there is absence of or physical absence of spiritual master. The chain of disciplic succession is broken when there is alteration to the message. Alteration to the message. You know, Srila Prabhupada. So, for the upcoming 10,000 years, this Krishna consciousness movement will be there. Okay. So, that is what Srila Prabhupada said. And after 10,000 years, there will be no ISKCON temple, there will be no Hare Krishna, and most of the dhams on earth, they will disappear. Except 2-3 dhams. Vrindavan will be there, Jagannath Puri will be there, Varanasi will be there, that's all. Almost all other dhams, all other punyakshetras, they will disappear. So the civilization will be completely godless. But till that time, for this golden period, for the upcoming 10,000 years, Srila Prabhupada will be the spiritual master. The physical absence of spiritual master is not a problem actually. The problem is changing the instructions of spiritual master, changing the books, be it Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and altering the meaning. So by this, the disciplic succession will break. The parampara knowledge will be broken. So opposite camp people, they say like they use this line: one should approach current link or spiritual master. So they meant to say that we should approach the so-called gurus who have occupied the guru position and without any qualification, without any authorization. So they are asking us to take initiation, take surrender with them. But that is not the proper understanding. And they say one requires a living spiritual master. So considering spiritual master dead is a big ignorance, foolishness. So Srila Prabhupada always lives in his instruction. Prabhupada mentioned a few times. So my physical absence doesn't matter. I live in my books and you can utilize. And but the opposite camp went too far that giving some misinterpretation to the letter which was already given, the final order. So parampara is all about the message coming down from Lord Brahma. So that should be carried forward as it is. And haven't all the opposite camp, so it has tampered with books. and how and all they have changed the meaning. So those things and all we'll discuss little later. So we need to understand. For now, the current link is Srila Prabhupada only, because Srila Prabhupada did not nominate any other spiritual master. So just to appoint some Ritviks, the position is which is very subordinate, which is subordinate even to the management. It was done by a written letter, written order, and appointment of gurus. It is not small thing as appointment of Ritvik. So Ritviks are inferior to, not inferior, so little subordination to the management. But Guru, the position of Guru is above management. It is not below management. So can we think Prabhupada will tell in the ear that you become Guru, you become Guru. So Prabhupada, it is the usage of Prabhupada to give everything in writing. So regarding Guru appointment, Prabhupada did not give anything in writing. So the current link for us is only Srila Prabhupada, not the so-called gurus who illegally occupied such positions in the opposite camp. Okay, so we'll move forward. So according to our time scale, so we need to count the zeros. Hundreds, thousand, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh, crore, 10 crore, 100 crore. So 432 crore years. I repeat. So 432 crore years. As per whose scale? Our time scale will constitute 12 hours for Lord Brahma. And Brahma lives 100 of years. So then if we see the calculation, so 4 crore 32 lakhs, sorry, 432 crore years into 2. So 864 crore years. So whose years? Human years. That will constitute 1 day for Lord Brahma. 1 day. And so like that, in case if we assume it is 360 years, 360 days a year. So 1 year of Lord Brahma is 3,11,040 crore years of you. So 3,11,040 crore human years are equal to 1 day for Lord Brahma. So that will be equal to, that will be equal to 1 year of Lord Brahma. 1 year. And Lord Brahma will live 100 such years. So it means 3 crore 11 lakh 4,000 crore years is the one lifetime of Lord Brahma if we calculate as per human scale of time. So the numbers are actually very much mind-boggling, because there is this concept called a time dilation. So if you are on the earthly planet, the time frame is one. The time dilation is one value, and in case if you go into the space, the time dilation will be different. And if you go towards upper planetary systems, the time dilation in comparison to the upper planets is low. So there, in for devatas, for devatas, so 1 year of 1 year of time on earthly planet is 1 day for them. And in case if we are going to lower planetary systems, so earth will have more time dilation. Like it is possible that 1 year in some lower planetary system will be 1 day here on earthly planet. So that difference in time dilations are there. So that is how. So Lord Brahma's lifetime is much more compared to the lifetime which is there in earthly planet. So this is how we need to understand what is the personality of Lord Brahma. Okay. So what Lord Brahma does is creation. So I think in few morning classes we were discussed. So Lord Brahma. So what Lord Brahma does? So Lord Brahma fills the material creation with living entities. So now let us come to Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva is a special personality, there is no doubt. And Lord Shiva is meant for annihilation or destruction. Not only that, so in case Lord Vishnu wants to touch the material world, he doesn't do it by himself. He does so by Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva is neither supreme personality of Godhead nor a living entity. He is the form through which Supreme Lord works to beget living entities within this material world. So previously we discussed sometimes in this morning classes that Lord Shiva and Parvati, they are parents of the material creation. They are designated as parents for this material creation. So they will be in charge of all these material affairs. Okay. So the Lord Shiva's personality is somewhere in between Ishvara and Jiva. Even Lord Shiva doesn't have birth, death, old age, and disease. But Lord Brahma has date of birth and date of passing away. But Lord Shiva doesn't have that. But at the same time, Lord Shiva is not Supreme Ishvara. Then what is the exact nature of Lord Shiva? How do we understand? So, uh, this is taken from Brahma Samhita. So, as yogurt is prepared, when milk is mixed with a culture, the form of Lord Shiva expands when Supreme Personality of Godhead is in touch with material nature. So, like we heat milk and we may mix a little curd or we may put some little buttermilk into the milk, the boiled milk. So then the milk will transform into yogurt. But you cannot convert that yogurt back to milk. It is not possible. So from milk, yogurt has come. And if you compare or if you ask whether milk and yogurt are same, in one sense, yes. In other sense, the answer is no. The answer is no. So this is the comparison between Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva. So when Lord Vishnu has to deal with material things, so he does so as his Gunavatara, that is Lord Shiva. So the origin of Lord Shiva is from Lord Vishnu only. Okay. So that is the difference. The difference between milk and yogurt is the difference between Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva. Okay. So we'll move forward further. So the impregnation of material nature by the Father Lord Shiva is wonderful because at one time innumerable living entities are conceived. So in case if we have to conceive, sorry, not conceive, in case if we have to count the number of living entities in one small area in a town, it is not possible for us. Living entities doesn't mean only human beings, not only animals, not only trees, not only small plants, not only insects, not only birds. There are microorganisms also. They are also living entities only. They are also having the spirit soul. Of course, they are also spirit souls, so but who are stuck in the body of a microorganism. So, in a small area, we cannot count how many living entities are there. But if that is the situation, how many living entities would be there in the entire city? How many living entities, I am not talking about humans, will be there in the entire state? And how many living beings will be there in the entire country? And how many living entities will be there in the entire landmass? That is one thing. And how many living entities will be there in the entire ocean? And how many living entities will be there in the underground? So the number of living entities we cannot count, even we cannot conceive of that. We cannot think. It is beyond the range of our mind. By seeing some planet, we cannot say, okay, such and such number of living entities are there as of now. That is not possible for us. If it is the case with one planet, there are so many planets in the universe, and in all these planets, how many living entities will be there? Even if we say crores, 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 and crores, but the number could be very less. It could be very, very less. So that many living entities are injected into material nature. Okay, so by Lord Shiva. So sometimes Lord Shiva is referred as Bhagavan. But Bhagavan means, of course, Bhagavan means it is Supreme Personality of Godhead. But those who are very, very advanced, they are also recognized as Bhagavan. Just like Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, Narada Muni. So sometimes these great personalities are referred as Bhagavan. Okay, that doesn't mean that they are Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, because they are advanced, just as a matter of respect or to honor their position, the Bhagwan term is used. And of course, there are some confusions within Hindus as to who is supreme. So whether Lord Shiva is supreme or Lord Vishnu is supreme, and we have different sampradayas. We have Shaivites, we have Shakteyas, we have Vaishnavas, and we have the other followers, Advaita. So who follow Advaita? So we have different people here, and Shaivites claim Lord Shiva is supreme, and Vaishnavas claim Lord Vishnu is supreme. Shakteyas claim what they claim? They claim Goddess Durga is supreme. So then here there is a big confusion. But then who is exactly supreme then? So to whom we need to surrender? So this is a big question in fact. So please understand, then comes parampara. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, so regarding any transcendental knowledge, evam parampara praptam imam rajarshayo viduhu. So this all the transcendental knowledge should come from a bona fide parampara. So the other person may say anything, what I know, like this, that, whatever it may be. The first question what we need to ask is, so from which parampara you got that reference? And who is the current link? So please give me the list of all acharyas, starting from the head of that parampara. And if they could not provide the proper parampara, so then their teachings are actually bogus. And we also know in Shiva Purana, the things are mentioned, Shiva Purana and Linga Purana, and the things are written, the things are there, stating Lord Shiva is supreme. And in the Vishnu Puranas, and so out of Ashtadash Puranas, 18, so 6 are Satvaguna Puranas. So in those in those 6 Puranas, so Lord Vishnu is stated as supreme, and other 6 Puranas where Lord Shiva is more or less projected as supreme, and there are other set of Puranas also, and we have in Upapuranas we have Devi Bhagavatam also. In that, in Devi Bhagavatam, Goddess Durga is written as supreme. So here we need to check for parampara. So from which parampara, from which bona fide and authorized parampara those teachings are coming from? So senior devotees say some Tamil Nadu Brahmins. So they have tampered with some Puranas relating to Lord Shiva. So stating him as Supreme Lord. Supreme Lord. So that is the thing. So anyone can become up to Lord Brahma, it is possible by doing tapasyas and austerities. But it is said that no one can become Lord Shiva, no one can become Lord Vishnu. So Lord Shiva is above the level of Jiva, above the level of Jiva Tattva. And Lord Vishnu we know anyhow. So Lord Vishnu is Ishvara. So that is the understanding actually. Okay. So the Puranas, whatever we receive, and at the beginning of the session we discussed. So Srimad Bhagavatam is coming from Lord Brahma. So instructed by Lord Sri Krishna, and it has come down, and we have received it from A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. That is how. So that is how we need to receive the knowledge. So whenever we receive some spiritual instruction or some spiritual thing, if we hear from any person, we need to check for their parampara. So we shouldn't accept it blindly. Okay. And next. So Lord Shiva is Vishnu in an incarnation for the mode of ignorance. The material world exists predominantly in the mode of ignorance. So this line is very significant. The material world exists predominantly in the mode of ignorance. What does that mean? So what is the mode of ignorance? I am my body. In material world, identifying myself with body is ignorance. But in the spiritual world, identifying myself with my body is not ignorance. In spiritual world, our identity, our body, both are one and the same. But in material world, it is different. Because here our body is not spiritual body, it is not our original identity. So it is covered with various elements of material nature. And moreover, so while doing creation, so Lord Brahma infused some tamasic qualities into the material creation, out of which one is identifying oneself with the body. So that quality was induced by Lord Brahma while doing creation. Okay. So because of that, we pursue very strongly we pursue ourselves that I am body, I am this body. So by thinking I am this body, do you think it will stop there? No. There are other bodies. Who are those? Mother, father, brother, sister. So I identify my relation with all of them. So my position is temporary, their positions are temporary, but I consider them as permanent. There starts all the problem. So that is the material world. Okay. So therefore, Lord Shiva is compared here to longitude and latitude of the entire universe, which resembles a cloth woven of threads extending for both its length and breadth. So Lord Shiva and Parvati both are parents of this material universe. Okay. So they take care of they take end-to-end care of this material universe affairs. So Lord Vishnu doesn't involve in handling material affairs. So it will happen through Lord Shiva. So sometimes we see a picture of Lord Shiva engaged in meditation. So this verse explains Lord Shiva is always meditating upon Lord Sankarsana in trance. So the previous day So I think day before yesterday we discussed regarding Krishna and Balram. Okay. So it is Balram who actually expands. So from Balrama is original Sankarshana. And from Balarama, Mahasankarshana comes as an expansion. And Lord Shiva is always meditating upon Mahasankarshana. Okay. And so both Lord Shiva and Sankarshana are always enlightened and situated in the transcendental position. And so one more thing. So below Patal Loka, uh, there are there is Ananta Sesha, the snake, the snake form of the Supreme Lord. So he is also called Sankarshana. And at the time of devastation or annihilation, so fire will come out of the mouth of that Ananta Sesha and it will burn up the entire material universe. Okay. Only one, two lokas will be saved, Brahma Loka and one other Loka. But remaining all are destroyed. All planets are destroyed. So since both Lord Shiva and Sankarsana are always enlightened and situated in the transcendental position, they have nothing to do with the modes of material nature, be it goodness, passion or ignorance. So but because their activities involve them with mode of ignorance, they are sometimes called tamasi. Otherwise, Lord Shiva is always transcendental. So what is the proof? Lord Shiva is a incarnation of for mode of ignorance. And at the same time, we are saying Lord Shiva is transcendental. How? So please understand, Lord Shiva may be the in charge of this, in charge of all these material affairs. So he is very, he's a, he's in a very high position hmm, regarding this material energy. Okay. So the Maya, the external energy of the Lord, who is none other than goddess Durga. So she is the wife of Lord Shiva. So the entire material nature, so the material nature personified who? Goddess Durga. So she is the wife of Lord Shiva. So if Shiva wants anything, that doesn't matter. In a click of a second, Lord Shiva can get anything from Goddess Durga. So and she is engaged in service of Lord Shiva always. But Lord Shiva practices so much renunciation. He lives under a tree. And sometimes we see he lives in crematoriums, smashana. Why? What is the reason? He want to give relief to some living entities, some extremely sinful living entities, which are with only subtle bodies and which don't have gross bodies. So Lord Shiva mercifully places in some wombs. So Lord Shiva tries to give them some body so that they can continue their journey and somehow they can come to the worship of Lord Vishnu, the devotion to Lord Vishnu. So Lord Shiva maintains uh, the such level of renunciation which none of us can pursue. Being the master of all these things, still Lord Shiva maintains renunciation, doesn't have a home of his own. So that is the situation. And now we'll come to understand about Lord Vishnu. So regarding Lord Vishnu, yes. So outside the perception is Lord Krishna has come from Lord Vishnu. So Lord Krishna is the avatar of Lord Vishnu. So that is what the understanding outside. But here in our movement, Hare Krishna movement, what is our understanding? Our understanding is Lord Vishnu is the expansion of Lord Krishna. So what is correct? Out of these two, what is correct?
Lord Vishnu is the Lord incarnation by Krishna Prabhuji.
Bhaskar Prabhu, what do you say?
From Krishna only Lord Vishnu came.
So this is our
Yes,
understanding.
Prabhu. That is what.
But outsiders, they don't accept so easily. So what happened? I think some 1 2 months back, I happened to meet one donor. He's a very big person, and even spiritually also. So he's little big person only. It is not the case like other donors who don't even know even alphabets of spirituality. Even if they know, they talk some philosophy of outsiders, like it could be Sadguru or some other general philosophical talk, which is there among common people. So that kind of philosophy they talk. But this person is not like that, and he is very much devoted to Lord Narsimhadev, very much attached to Narsimhadev, and he is also connected to that Ahobilam Mutt. Yes, when we want some official things we discussed, and then so he started talking philosophy, and actually he's the donor of one other Prabhuji. So I just went along with him, and after discussion of some official things, so he started talking philosophy, and then so I also started talking. Then at one point he said, "See, you ISKCON people, you don't. Uh, what do you consider? You say Lord Vishnu came from Lord Krishna. How is it correct?" So that and all he was arguing fiercely. So I was like, "What to speak?" And he's a donor, so we cannot speak so aggressively. Okay. So, but more or less, this is the perception outside. So he's asking, so you people don't consider Lord Vishnu as the ultimate, right? So for you, everything is Lord Krishna. So this is how he was talking. And in case if the person doesn't know anything, hmm, in case if he is talking some nonsense, that's we can handle. But this person is a little spiritually connected, and he's connected to some uh, proper parampara only, and moreover he's a donor. So some sensitivity, even putting aside sensitivities, so like this is the perception. And if we go to Sri Vaishnavas, and if we are going to explain this philosophy, so Krishna is the supreme Lord, from Krishna everything comes, they don't accept, they cannot accept that. It will be very paining for them because they are very much attached to the form of four-handed Narayana. They are very much attached to that form. So more or less, one parampara, each parampara has got its own mood, and the mood of our Gaudiya Vaishnava parampara is just love of Godhead. That's all. So offering a rose flower to Lord Krishna and expressing our love. So that is our parampara. That's all, very simple. And the mood in Sri Vaishnava parampara is yes, there is also love of Godhead, but the mood is little different. It is awe and reverence, respectfulness. They also love uh, Lord Vishnu, but in form of respect. But in our parampara, the mood is love of Godhead in form of personal affection. So, what is that? The affection between Yashoda and Krishna, the affection between gopis and Krishna. It never looks like devotion. The friendly exchanges between the friends of Lord Krishna and Krishna Balram, that doesn't look like devotion. Prima facie, it doesn't look like devotion. The Ras Leela between gopis and Lord Krishna, that doesn't look like devotion, prima facie. But it is actually the highest form of devotion. So our parampara is very personal. Even our Acharya says, there is our Krishna conscious movement is there even in the spiritual world also. And our Krishna conscious movement is very, very personal to Lord. Because our movement is about uh, being personally close to the Lord. Our movement is about giving personal affection to the Lord. So after training, so you'll start preaching at your own home, yeah, or at any other place also. And by that, so you'll have to read different books of Srila Prabhupada to preach. And then, so by doing this sadhana, by doing all these things, so someday we all will have to leave our bodies. And Krishna says, Janma karma cha me divyam. So because you are reading the pastimes of Lord, and by reading other Prabhupada books, you will understand Lord nicely. And after leaving body, you will go back to Godhead. And after going back to Godhead, so what is the thing we do? We can
Serve the Krishna.
we can
Serve the Krishna.
yes
Krishna.
we can serve Krishna directly. And not only that, we can give our personal affection to Lord Krishna and Balram. That is allowed. You can touch Krishna directly. And you can place your hand on the shoulder of Krishna. So that is the mood. That is our mood. So whereas the mood in Sri Vaishnavasa, it is little different. So as soon as they see Lord, Lord Hari, immediately they pay obeisances. They glorify. Yes, glorifications are there in our parampara also. We also do glorify. So, but our mood is about personal affection, serving with personal affection. So we are even more closely related to Lord. But please understand, one may serve the Lord closely, or one may serve the Lord at a distance. All are devotees, all are Vaishnavas, all are respectful, all are very highly respectful. Even if we see Radha Rani, if a devotee comes before Radha Krishna and if they start praying, if the devotee starts praying to Lord Krishna, Radha Rani recommends, see, here is a nice devotee, he is better than me. And no one can be the biggest devotee than Radha Rani. Such a personality says, so and so devotee is better than me. So this is the mood. So no one considers themselves that I am the big devotee, I am the least. So that is the mood. That is the mood in which we need to serve the Lord. So now we'll try to understand about Lord Vishnu. So Vishnostu Trini Rupani Parashakyani Ato Viduhu Ekantu Mahatas Srashter Dvaitayam to Anda Samsthitam Tritiyam Sarvabhutastam Tani Gnatva Vimuchyate. So, yes. So, Kapatini Mataji, can you please read this text? Hope this is visible.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Translation.
Yes, Prabhuji. For material creation, Lord Krishna's plenary expansion assumes three Vishnus. The first one, Mahavishnu, creates the total material energy known as Mahatattva. The second, Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, enters into diversity in each of them. The third, Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu, is diffused as the all-pervading super soul in all the universes and is known as Paramatma, who is present even within the atoms. Anyone who knows these three Vishnus can be liberated from material entanglement.
So that is why our Gita values training classes are very, very important. So basically, here we are going to discuss the things which the outside people cannot know even during their entire lifetime. So people are born out of ignorance, born in ignorance. Yes, That is the case with each and every one of us also. And people are living in ignorance, which is not the case with us. Which is not the case with us due to mercy of Srila Prabhupada. Otherwise, who is going to teach us all these things? The secrets in the entire scriptures. And people are dying in ignorance and passion. The activities or the consciousness which is created out of ignorance and passion. So that is the situation. But who dies with the consciousness of Lord Krishna, he will be out of the material world. He will be out of birth, death, old age and disease, this cycle. So this is the reason devotee association is very important. So we need to discuss Machitta Madgata Prana Bodhayantam Parasparam. So the purpose of having devotees is the devotee association. So the devotees they discuss with each other regarding Shastra, what you have learnt, what I have learnt. So this is the pastime I have come across in so and so book. Machitta Madgata Prana Bodhayantam Parasparam. So this is the quality of devotees. They find happiness in discussing the Shastras, discussing pastimes of Lord. So because of that, at the time of death, they will die in perfect Krishna consciousness. They will leave the body. And then spiritual life will start. But for outsiders, it is a very big thing. Very big thing. Not even big thing. They do not even know this is the purpose of life. One may lead a very rich life, but he lived as an animal with animal propensities. As soon as he leave the body, so such an animal or bird body will be given, so that he can satisfy such animal propensity in an even more better way. That is the danger with material world. That is the law. Okay, so we'll move forward. And please understand, in this session regarding Gunavatara, in that Gunavatara, Lord Vishnu is there, and that Lord Vishnu is Kshirodaksai Vishnu, not Garbhodaksai Vishnu, not Karnodaksai Mahavishnu. Okay, so now we are discussing regarding Karnodaksai Vishnu, who is the three Vishnus. So who is one of these material incarnations? Okay, so the polar star of the universe and the circle thereof is called Shishumara circle, and therein the local residential planet of personality of Godhead Kshirodaksai Vishnu is situated. Okay, in case if we have to show that, so let me project some other screen. Yeah. So hope the screen is visible to everyone.
No, Prabhu. Now it's
Not visible.
yeah, now it is visible.
Hope it is visible now.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. So you are able to see this multi-dimensional map. So here I am pointing out. Here is Karnodaksai Mahavishnu. Okay, this is Brahmajyoti. Everything below Brahmajyoti is material world. So it is. So here entire thing is Karana ocean or casual ocean. And here is Karnodaksai Mahavishnu. And from Karnodaksai Mahavishnu bodies, unlimited universes come. And Lord Vishnu enters into each and every universe and becomes Garbhodaksai Mahavishnu. Sorry, Garbhodaksai Vishnu. And Garbhodaksai Vishnu, he rests on what? Garbhodaka ocean. If I zoom here, you all are able to see some water kind of thing, right? Here. So that is actually Garbhodaka ocean. So Garbhodaksai Vishnu is seated on Garbhodaka ocean. And now where is Kshirodaksai Vishnu? So Garbhodaksai Vishnu will enter each and every living entity as Paramatma. Not only Paramatma, he enters into each and every atom, not only living entities, as Kshirodaksaya Vishnu. And where is Kshirodaksaya Vishnu situated? Kshirodaksaya Vishnu is situated here. So here. Hope all are able to see this.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So this is the position of Kshirodaksaya Vishnu within the universe. Okay. So Lord Brahma has come from Lord Vishnu, that we know. But from which Vishnu? It is from Garbhodaksaya Vishnu, not from Kshirodaksaya Vishnu. From Garbhodaksaya Vishnu, Lord Brahma has come. And so we are seeing all these lokas from Satya Loka to Patala Loka. And below all these material universes, we see Ananta Sesha, Lord Sankarshana. So Ananta Sesha is also called Lord Sankarshana. And all the material universes, they rest on Ananta Sesha's hoods. In Telugu, if we have to say Padaga. So he is having unlimited hoods and unlimited mouths. And on his unlimited hoods, unlimited universes, they rest on them. Okay. So this is the material creation. Okay. And after material creation, it is Brahmajyoti. After Brahmajyoti, the first spiritual planet is Kailasa. After crossing Kailasa, then you will start seeing Vaikuntha planets. And you are seeing small Vishnu forms, right? Here and there. All those are unlimited Vaikuntha planets. So many Vaikuntha planets are there with the different forms of Lord Vishnu. And in case if one is attached to one particular form of Lord Vishnu, so suppose Prahlad Maharaj is attached to Varahadev, so he will go to like in Varahadev, like each devotee will have so his specific attachment to some form. He will go to that planet, and he can nicely serve that. He can nicely serve that form. So this is Vaikuntha Loka. So this is called Aishwarya Dama. When you cross this Aishwarya Dama, you will see Madhurya Dama, and in that, what is the planet? Ayodhya Dama. So there you will find Sri Ramachandra, Sita, and Lakshmana. Okay. So in Ayodhya Dama, you can stay with Lord Rama, and if you go beyond Ayodhya Dama, so you'll find Dwaraka Dam, where you will find Lord Krishna as king. And after that, there is Madhura Dam, and in after Madhura Dam, there is Goloka Vrindavana. In that, Lord Krishna will be there as a cowhead boy, not like a king. So the Bhagavatam pastimes in 10th canto, Krishna's childhood pastimes, all those things you can see in that Goloka Vrindavana. So this is the chart of spiritual world and material world. So we are here. Okay, by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we cross all these things and we can go to Goloka Vrindavana. So this is our target, to associate with Krishna, to serve Krishna with personal affection. That is the mood of our parampara. So that is the mood of our parampara. Okay. So now we'll proceed with presentation. Yes, yes, Mataji, you raised hand.
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, please, will you send this all to that in that group, Prabhuji? Once again, we will check in that group, and what you said will again we'll see that, Prabhuji.
You want presentation or you want this?
This Prabhuji, Golaka Vrindavana and
Yeah, sure,
Ananta.
sure. Sure. I'll share that in the group, definitely.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna,
Thank you.
Mataji. Yes. So that is the situation. Now you have seen, and Kshirodaksaya Vishnu stays on Milk Ocean, Kshira Samudra. Okay. Garbhodaka Garbhodakasaya Vishnu stays on Garbhodaka ocean. Karanodakasaya Vishnu stays on Karanodaka ocean. Okay. So there are three different oceans and other varieties of oceans also that we'll discuss when we have some session on Vedic cosmology. Some devotees think Narayana is the original personality of Godhead and Krishna is an incarnation. And even Shankaracharya in his commentary accepted Narayana as the transcendental personality of Godhead who appeared as Krishna. Even that is the opinion of Shankaracharya also, one, uh, one of the authorities. Therefore, this matter may be difficult to understand. But we have our Acharyas, Srila Jiva Goswami. In Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, headed by Rupa Goswami, has established the principle of Bhagavad Gita that everything emanates from Krishna, who says in Bhagavad Gita, Aham Sarvasya Prabhavaha. I am the original source of everything. That is what Krishna is saying personally to Arjuna. Everything includes Narayana also. Therefore, Rupa Goswami in his Lagu Bhagavatamrita established that Krishna, not Narayana, is the original personality of Godhead. There are other forms, Narayana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Sankarshana, all these forms are there. Even they are also personality of Godheads only. But original personality of Godhead is Lord Krishna. Please understand, all the personalities are equally powerful. All the incarnations. You take Narasimhadev and Krishna, they are equally powerful. It is not that one is less and one is more. But from whom all these incarnations have come? That is Lord Krishna. Okay. So this is what said by Srila Rupa Goswami. And this is said in Bhagavad Gita. Sorry, not Brahma Samhita, not Bhagavad Gita. So Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam. So Sarvakarana Karanam means it is for spiritual planets also, it is for material planets also. So Krishna is known as Govinda, Ishvara Paramah Krishna. So Krishna is the chief of all Ishvaras. Satchidananda Vigraha. So Krishna's body is Satchidananda. Anadir Adir Govinda. So he has no other origin. So from where did Radharani come? From Krishna. She is the pleasure potency of Lord Krishna. Balrama is Krishna's second body, the male expansion of Lord Krishna. And from where did Sankarshana come? From the expansion of Lord Balarama. And from Mahasankarshana, the Vishnu form, other Vishnu forms have come. So all those Vishnu forms have one origin. If there is one personality without origin, that is Lord Krishna. That is the reason original personality of Godhead is Lord Krishna. So that is the understanding. So he has no other origin and he is the prime cause of all causes. So this is the Shastric conclusion given by our authorities, Srila Rupa Goswami. Okay. So this is how we conclude Lord Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he has no duty, no work to do. Krishna and Balram, they have no duty, nothing to do. They simply enjoy the pastimes. They simply enjoy loving exchanges with their devotees. Yashoda, Nanda Maharaj, their childhood friends, gopis, and the other Vrajavasis. Even with the cows, even with monkeys in the Vrajabhumi. So that is their work, that's all. Happily living with their associates. That's all. So each and everything is taken care by the expansions of Lord Krishna in Vishnu forms. And by the external potency, the material world is managed. And by expansion of Balram, the spiritual world is managed. There is practically nothing to be done. So everything is automatically managed by the order of the Supreme Lord Krishna. So this is the position of Lord Krishna. By multifarious energies, he manages everything. Okay, so this is the session for today. And any doubts, any queries? Okay, so we'll end the session here. Shri Shri Radha Govind ki,
Jai.
Nitai Gaurang ki,
Jai.
Lakshmi Narasimha Swami ki,
Jai.
Vishwaguru Srila Prabhupada ki,
Jai.
Nitai Gaur Premanandi.
Hare